Where I see us at the moment in terms of AI, but more specifically generative AI, Gen AI, is to pick up on what you were saying with regards to the wave. I don't think it's a single wave. I think we're seeing wave after wave after wave as new parties, new entrants emerge into the conversation. I do think that we are approaching or have passed the point of total hype in some areas, and that people are starting to ask questions about whether actually generative AI can deliver anything of real value. So that trough of disillusionment is coming in quick. But for me, that's inevitable. That's the same with every new technology as it starts to really make itself available and the awareness generally builds.
One of the key things I think to look at when you talk about disillusionment and the kind of trough of disillusionment that Gartner talk about is how shallow that's going to be, I think, with AI compared to a lot of other technologies. Sometimes it can be very pronounced that people get really excited about the hype and then completely disappointed afterwards when it doesn't play out either to their expectations or to their expectations at timescale. With AI, we've seen real results in very, very short timescales. Ourselves, we were able to get a Gen AI product thanks to Xiaolan and Leo and the rest of the team out into the marketplace far, far quicker than most technologies. And I think that's what differs, particularly generative AI, from some of the other things, some of the other things on the horizon. It's literally speed to market and starting to deliver interesting results particularly for our customers.
From my perspective, I think the OpenAI API made it accessible almost to everyone, which is very different from the previous, let's say, machine learning algorithms or large language model or even transformers. It's kind of stayed with experts in the past. But with this OpenAI approach, I think the accessibility basically made it like a huge hype to everybody. And that is where everybody try to kind of testing, what can we do with it? You played with it, you're happy with it, but then how can we have it in product? So a lot of ideas just put into the testing. That is when we have this huge hype phase. And however, like all the experiments, probably among 100 of the experiments, only like 10% of them, and maybe 10% is even a big number to say we are very successful. And this is the idea, and this is how we actually can use it in product. And that is the reality kicks in. So we started to kind of emerge towards one or converge towards one or two kind of ideas, like this is the way we are going to standardize it. This is the way we are going to have it in product.
For me, it's a funny one because when this technology came up, I was one of those people where I didn't really believe in it in terms of not like we knew about the capabilities, but everybody was getting so hyped about this, they wanted to use it across everywhere. So I was one of those people who didn't believe in actually productionizing the solutions. But like every single technology, it just needs some time to be mature. And I think when we actually get our hands on it, we realize it has a huge potential. And like Xiaolan said, we actually experiment with some products, and by surprise, we realize this could be really useful. And as we can see nowadays, we can see this technology getting integrated with operating systems, many products, telephones, across everything we know. So I think there is a huge potential for the future.